This is the worst market that I've ever done, but I think I can say that because it is the worst, okay? Another investment. The fur is flying. Here's another investment in our setups for the market. The 6 foot table, it looks so massive. I'm like, is this even a 6 foot table? Maybe I by accident ordered bigger. So I have now two tables. Mine 4 foot table looks way smaller. So, and then I got the cover. And then I got the cover for this one, for the big one. And then I got a bunch of stuff for my new product. Oh my god, I all scratched. I got a bunch of more stuff for the new products for the small business. And then this is the little colorful sheets to make some decor for my baby half birthday. Very excited to do this. I think I'll film this a bit too. And then also this I used in the last market. It's from Dollarama. It's not super strong, but it is still doing the job. I'm using this in the kitchen. It's just $5 and it's pretty nice. I like the display, so we'll use this. And tomorrow we're gonna test out a bit different setup because I also got these off the Dollarama. I wish I could find the wooden ones, but I'll show you tomorrow what I mean, how I want to put them. I probably not gonna take the shelf. It's a big pain. It's really tough to navigate this. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna take the cart again, but maybe no, maybe just 2 tables and some extras that I got, and that's it. I hope this works tomorrow. I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, guys, let's finally do a recap on the downtown street fair. It's more specifically, like there's different streets in downtown, and I obviously knew where I'm going. That Stephen Avenue in Calgary is not the best place, even just to go for a walk. Even there's like nice buildings, there it's very like pedestrian street. So there's a very high traffic, office people and stuff like that. I still knew it's a creepy street, okay? There's like, besides people that can steal your stuff, there's people that are crazy and can break your stuff if they're not in the mood, or just the energy it's bringing, it's not good. Like after you're being there for many hours, you're like, sorry, I want to throw up. Really, really tough mentally to be there for many hours. Do a recap on how much I spent, how much I earned, and I think you can guess what I think about this. To participate, it was kind of like unplanned. And I'm learning the markets. I just started, so even though I can't compare much, besides this downtown street fair on Stephen Avenue, local and Stephen, besides this market, I only had one for street night market. So I can't really compare my own experience much and say like wise I think they charge like fees are too high. At first I thought it's okay because it's like it's a busy street, right? So why not? Traffic is not equal to potential buyers. That's very very obviously learned. And like it's okay, even I tell myself, oh, anyways, it's an exposure. Whatever market I'm doing, it's an exposure. But even though there's people that were complimenting or taking my card or something like that, I literally had more interactions with creeps. Okay, people that are I had a person that came up to me and said that vanilla fragrance made him so mad that he wants to scratch the wall with a knife. Like, how am I supposed to feel about that? There were many more interactions that are creepy. I had another interaction where the guy came up and then he was like, "What is this for? Like, what are the candles for?" I'm like, "I mean, what do you mean?" And he started saying some stupid stuff like, "Oh, is this for Valentine's Day? Is this when you're making out with a guy?" I'm like, "What?" Like, there's just people that are not in the right mind. Okay, they just say whatever the fuck they want to say, and you can witness any like at any market these kind of people. But the thing is that if you have so many people like that, you just your energy feels so off. I honestly, it's very sad. Stephen Avenue for markets, very obviously, even though I have places there that I like and stuff like that, it's just not good. Really not good. No security. There's like, the organizers, they're not bad, they're good. um I mean, they're nice, but usually the more markets, the more market days you're gonna buy. If it's like a market that is every week or every other week, like this was every Thursday, which is already also a risk because it's a weekday, and even if you'll have traffic, it's just people going for lunch. And the impulse buy for people would be another cookie or something, some snacky, or impulse buy if you like more like, let's say, like a keychain or like a ring. Like there were many people at the jewelry person, and also she's kind of known. I feel like impulse buy for people jewelry is much easier for people to splurge on some shiny stuff. For 4 Thursdays, I paid 450. I think no GST, 450. Being, I have two other vlogs, right? and this will be like the third one, like 3 vlogs and 4 Thursdays, because in the first video I put 2 of the Thursdays. I wanted to see if second Thursday will be any better so I can, like give a better picture, but it was not. It was worse. Anyways, you can watch the other ones. And I earned 200, something like 201 or something like that. It's after the fees that my card reader took. And, the issue here is not only that I didn't beat the fees, which I feel like should be a bare minimum. But I know it's not only this street fair. It's like some markets just don't. It just doesn't happen. Every Thursday was raining. Maybe not the last one. It was raining, especially the second one, if I'm not wrong. But in this case, even there was a good day, it doesn't really matter. And of course, some people were doing better, but I also noticed that some people were not doing good, even though I didn't really chat with them. I just saw that they're not having any clients. So at least I've lost 250. But no, it's not only that. The products that I sold that are good, high quality products, I know what I'm doing. I know my stuff is good. All that, all the materials that I spend on that cost money, which obviously is you're spending more than just the vendor fee that you need to cover. So, but even like it would be a good feeling just to cover the fees. That's it. So vendor fee is not covered. Patient is not good. I was just hungry and mad all the time. Not gonna lie, not fun. Sold a couple of shaped candles, a couple of like custom, a couple of my classic cozy collection and stuff like that, gem candles, and some mini. And yeah, like it's really hard for me. Like my inventory is very big. It's not like I have like a collection, which is a smarter way to go, I think. But I'm just curious. Okay, I want to try many things, and I'm so like it's such a like a chemistry, and I don't know, I just love to work with colors, textures, mixing whatever, trying on different stuff and different designs, and just having fun with it and testing out what works for me, something I'm gonna sell and just not make anymore. And it's just exploring. And if I had like a collection, let's say like a 10 5 candles, and that's my thing, or like a few wax melts, and that would be much easier. Or like the same scent of just bigger and minis, and that's it. But I like making, and I love the design of the shape pillar candles, dessert candles, all that stuff, flowers. All of them are complicated. Some of them are like, if it's many hours at the market, it gets dusty, they get dirty, you may damage some candles you need to clean up after the market and like make them presentable again and stuff like that. Jars too. But it's a learning experience, and I can tell for sure that my setup grew over time, even if I was not making profit. I was investing more and more in my setup, how my display look and everything, and over time is like comparing to the day one, it looked way better. So yeah, I feel more prepared after this little ones to July 1st, the upcoming market. So, and I'm very excited, even though it shows again shitty weather. I'm so mad. I love rain so much, and now I begged for rain, please, and now I have it. For markets, it's just no, no. Okay, it's just no, no. I still believe, I can make my fee. Like on the 4th Street night market, it was a 5-hour market, and these markets were 7-hour markets, and during the weekday, right? And I had the 4th Street night market, and it was rainy. I at least covered my vendor fee. Here is a bit more complicated for my next market. It's more expensive. So I don't want to put expectations, but when you pay so much for all this vendor fees for your spot and investments in the, like, your setup, you're like having those numbers in your head. And even though you appreciate every purchase, you have that number that you're like, okay, I didn't reach it, it's fail. The vibe is not good. I found one friend though at the market. She's very nice. She's making like designing glass cups and keychains and stuff like that. Last 2 Thursdays, I had someone to chat with and laugh at some stuff that is happening there. And yeah, I think she was doing a bit better there, and she is a bit more experienced than me. So it's a learning experience. I'm so happy this is done. I needed to ask my friend to babysit my baby. It was not easy to arrange. My partner needed to also, be late for his work and then pick me up with all my stuff, which is, your partner has to, he has to or she has to commit. It's not only you. If you're a family, everyone is in it, okay? It's absolutely fair, but because it's a weekday and not a weekend, it's even more complicated. So, I don't know what else to say. 0 out of 10 recommend the experience. And it's not really a candle season either, even though I have isolated candles and I'm burning candles all seasons, okay? And it's crazy. I already need to think about fall season, which I would love to work on, but I invested so, like, for example, I lost 250. I could invest that, or 450. I could invest that in materials for my fall collection, which you need to work on early, but I don't know what to do anymore. Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this. I hope this gives a little bit of like a reality check, and I want to be very real and transparent on, my journey. And I'm very fresh in it, and I already see the growth. That's most important. So, yeah, thanks so much, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.